Dr. Anthony Harper here, blessed to be in the Knesset with now Deputy Foreign Minister Sharren Haskel.
Hello.
I think I pronounced that right.
Yeah. Thank you so much for coming here to the Knesset.
Thank you. And so what does this new position mean to you? A significant difference what you did before in the Knesset.
I think we really came to organize things a little bit better. I think that during the times of war, there are so many emergencies that you need to deal with as the foreign ministry. And so I think that our mission right now, and it's mainly the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Gideon Saar's mission, is to make sure that we follow up on strategy and policy. And not just dealing with the emergencies that we have, because during a time of war, obviously, the foreign relations are difficult on many levels. It goes on international forums and organizations to heads of states and foreign ministries, and Israel's on the news constantly, almost every day. And we need to bring Israel's point of view to the story. Because a lot of this story has been completely twisted. And we've seen that just with the research that came out 2 weeks ago from a research center from London, showing how reporters are actually using Hamas data and information as complete facts, not even questioning it. And how the reports are actually inflated, to support Hamas's narrative. So, it's a difficult mission, but I'm very proud that I can fulfill this position during a time of war for my country and for my people.
I know it's a very, very special experience here, and all the responsibilities in light of what's been happening since October 7th. And what would be your message to our Christian audience? Now more than ever here, and I know in light with Donald Trump returning to the White House.
Mm-hmm. What is my message to our Christian friends around the world? First of all, Merry Christmas. I wish for all of you and your families Merry Christmas, a peaceful and a stable year to come. And if there's one message that I can pass on is be proud of who you are. Be proud of your background, be proud of your history, be proud of your religion. I think that there's a serious crisis of identity in the younger generation these days all around the world. And I see that through these cracks, really pro-jihadist group actually goes in. And I've seen some most horrifying scenes in cities and campuses, university campuses, who are meant to be the symbol of multiculturalism and respect and freedom. And it's been completely shattered. Canada and Australia, that were the symbol, of multiculturalism and respect, have become a hub for anti-Semites, attacking Jews verbally, physically, shooting towards schools, burning synagogues. You wouldn't, if I would tell you something like that 10 years ago, you wouldn't believe me. But that actually happens, and I think that, when governments are not firm about it, but more so when communities are not self-confident in their identity, then they start questioning it. And through these cracks, there's radical ideas that are being pushed. And I think that that's what you've been seeing on campuses as well. So the last message that I can send is thank you. And thank you for the support and the love that you've been sharing with us in the last year. During times of war, during difficult times, that's when your true allies and true friends are revealed. And I'm absolutely certain that the Christian community has really shown itself as this incredible friend and ally to our people and to our country.
Well, I want to mention that I had met now Deputy Foreign Minister when you were with me with President Trump in Washington, D.C., and regarding UNRWA, we've been dealing with that issue,
for many
very
years.
significant change.
Yeah.
What's the latest on UNRWA?
So in about, I think, 35 days today, there's going to be the disconnection between the relationship, a formal relationship between the organization UNRWA, who's been infiltrated by Hamas, to the state of Israel. This follows, a year where the international community just ignored the problem, where Hamas actually manipulated, took control of UNRWA, used its facilities as military bases, as arm warehousing, use their immunity, and their workers participated in the massacre of October 7. And try and think about it. Like, if there was an international organization in New York that its worker would have committed one of the worst massacres in America, I don't think it would take even 48 hours to kick them out of the country. But on the contrary to Israel, they expect us to continue as if nothing happened. And so after a year where the international community dug its head in the sand and tried to cover up for those atrocities and for the violation of the regulations in regards to humanitarian organizations and to United Nations organization, we had to take actions, because if they don't, we have to protect our communities. And so we are disconnecting our relationship. And I think this is going to be an important step. I think it's also a great opportunity if the international community will seize it as well.
Do you expect President Trump to defund UNRWA again like he did before?
Yeah, well, the United States have stopped funding UNRWA.
Mm-hmm.
And more countries are following that up as well. I think that with President Trump, even before he already went into office, he had two very strong statements, one towards Lebanon and the other one towards the hostages, and specifically Hamas and Iran. And that already made a difference. It already made a difference, and we've seen changes and opportunities that were opened up because of it. And so I'm very hopeful that working with the next administration will bring more good events like that, and will bring stability into the region.
Well, thank you, Deputy Foreign Minister Sharren Haskel, for
It is my pleasure.
joining me and sharing with our Christian audience here. Great to be in Jerusalem here.